This is all Hitches, the Nova Football Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Fairfax Football Academy, the best QB training and development in Northern Virginia. Follow on Instagram at Fairfax Football Academy. Tell them Dash and Dan sent you. This show is sponsored by Natural Red Catering, traditional caterer located in Springfield that deliver to all of Northern Virginia. They do slow smoked barbecue, lots of other cuisine. Mesa loves the brisket. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. All right, they do high school banquets, homecoming, prom, pregame, postgame, you name it, all seasons. They do it. And as a little bonus, and you're going to find out how good it is. Some of the players are going to find out how good it is later on. They will be providing smoked turkey leg at the playoff game pre-Thanksgiving. So these are the guys to go to for any catering, Natural Red Catering. All right, welcome back to All Hitches, Nova's #1 football podcast. Coach Mesa, how's it going, buddy?
Going well, man. I see we both got NFL shirts on today. You got your Raider stuff on. I got my Niner stuff on. I think we're in full football swing, right? The reason I know we're in full football swing is because the leagues are changing, which is earlier than normal.
Very early. Although yesterday we had a little dose of summer again.
Yeah.
And Sunday could be a dose of summer as well. High 80s. We're all over the place. This is when everyone catches colds. So my parents used to tell me when I was a kid, weather goes up, weather goes down. I've been battling a cold myself. And both teams, by the way, Niners and Raiders, both playing kind of outside the normal time. You guys are playing a 1 p.m. game on Sunday, and Raiders are playing that weird late Monday night game.
Yeah. The weather, though, is in California, they call it earthquake weather. They're like, oh, it's earthquake weather. We're going to get an earthquake. Get that all the time.
Earthquake weather. Last night, staying up till 3 a.m. to watch the big boxing match between Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford. Did you catch any of that?
I didn't, man. I don't stay up late for that stuff, man. I go to bed. Was that an upset? I don't.
No, I mean they're both. I mean, yes, as far as Vegas goes, upset. But in terms of like reality, I don't think it was an upset. I think Bud Crawford's great. The upset, I think, was the fact how easily he beat him.
Yeah.
I mean, he dominated that match. It was amazing to watch.
Although Canelo, how old is Canelo? I feel like he's been around a long time.
Crawford is older.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But Crawford, because of Bob Arum, kind of kept him hidden.
Yeah.
And we missed out on a lot of Bud's prime.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, man, he dismantled. I mean, it wasn't like because Canelo has a granite chin.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he was ever. Neither guy was going to get knocked out. But in terms of just hitting and moving, I mean, it was artful by Crawford. It was pretty amazing to watch.
Yeah, I mean, really big match. I saw a punch where Canelo took it, and you could tell like he's still back, and like he didn't expect that kind of power out of it, right?
Right, and then you get the interviews afterwards, which is kind of just interesting to hear. We're boxing fans. Even the casuals could appreciate it. They asked because at the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez fought a lot of guys.
Yeah.
He fought De La Hoya, he fought Floyd Mayweather, he fought them all. And they said, where do you, kind of rank? And he's like, I'm putting Crawford #1 above Floyd Mayweather. Yeah.
Really? Now
right.
he fought Floyd at the tail end. It wasn't like Floyd.
That's it.
I was like 49, like 49 or 48, right?
Yeah, but it was prime-ish Floyd, and
Yeah.
it was pre-prime Canelo.
Yeah.
Because he was so young.
Yeah.
But he said, yeah. And then they interviewed, Bud afterwards, and he's in the booth with Max and all those guys. And I mean, it looked like he just didn't. Not too many guys fight Canelo Alvarez, 12 rounds, and are just shaking hands, kissing babies, And he was like, yeah, it didn't even hit that hard. Like, didn't even hit. Canelo doesn't hit hard. Yeah, maybe it's time to hang him up there, buddy.
Are they selling the rematch? Is that what they're doing?
They were not. I don't know. There was no rematch clause.
Oh, okay.
Specifically, I think there was a one-off, and they even asked Canelo afterwards because that's the guy who would want the rematch. He didn't really take the bait. He was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wild stuff, man. Boxing's great, and I had and I know it was late for you. Future Hall of Famer Doug Craig made an appearance in the match.
Really?
Came by, a few people over at the house came by.
Yeah.
I don't think Doug has ever stayed out past 2 a.m. in the last 15 years. So he was hurting when the match ended.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, West Coast bias right here, but I'll never get used to the late stuff. I'll never.
Yeah, yeah, it is rough. It is rough. Like how Raider fans and Charger fans on the East Coast will be dealing with that Monday night game in a couple days.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be rough. Well, I'll tell you what was not rough, my friend. Watching these games the other day, these were some of the most enjoyable endings again that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, yeah, really, really exciting games all weekend or all Friday night. And although I feel like it was the same thing where we were looking around and we were like, man, these games are kind of over. This game's kind of over. That game's kind of over. And then these last 3 or 4 games, like they produce some magic, don't they?
They really do.
And
They
that's why you should
really
hang
do.
around and listen to the show, the Friday night show, the whole time, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, we had coaches telling us that they were as soon as their games ended, they were tuning into the show to catch some of the early games that ended. They were trying to catch some of how the late games were going to end.
Uh,
Great use of
we're,
technology.
we're here for the people. We're here for the
We
people.
are here for the people. I'll tell you who else is here for the people. We're going to get into players of the week in a second here. And as always, players of the week is brought to you by Team DDA, led Nova real estate market for 36 years. They build relationships. They deliver results. Contact them today at teamdda.com. Tell them Dash and Dan sent you. All right, buddy. Well, and what makes great games, Mason, is great players.
Yeah.
Great players make great games, and we got a great list of them today. So let's go into it right now. Player of the week out of National, Richard Valley, all over the place on defense, tackling, batting down balls, sacks, you name it, the guy did it.
Yeah, it's big defensive guy. Mount Vernon with a huge win against a bounce back win too, right? A
Yeah.
bounce back win. And I think sometimes Mount Vernon's defensive players get overlooked because of all the offensive firepower they have, right? But huge right there for good old Richard.
Yeah, and he does it all too. He carries the ball in offense, a little bit, and he and plays a lot of defense. Richard Valley, not Frankie Valley.
Yeah,
This
right.
Valley was probably more impressive than, and I like, the Four Seasons.
Yeah, did was Freedom the big girls and was he making them cry? Because they did cry.
Yes, that might have been. Shout out to the great Frankie Valley. All right, buddy. Next up in Patriot, a guy who has made quite the appearances here a few times. Peyton Holmes, 14 carries, 120 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and a really and a tight game against Forest Park. Forest Park, pretty talented football team, and made a big comeback. But luckily they had that on the ground. I mean, average 8.6 yards a carry is huge. But we are big Peyton Holmes guys, man. We met him. He's a good young man. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see what he does later on in the season.
He was shout out to his dad. He was born to be a running back. Peyton Holmes, Walter Peyton, Priest Holmes. I mean, it's great. I love it. All right. Next up in Liberty, we've got Kevin Lehman with out of Marshall against Justice. He had 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown, 6 TFLs, all over the place on defense.
Yeah, causing 2 turnovers and a pick. I mean, that's pretty deserving of getting a defensive player of the week, or I'm sorry, of a player, but not just defensive player, but player of the week. A big win by a Marshall team that's looking pretty good, right?
I'm a Marshall guy, man. Yes, a shout out to Kevin Ailman. Kevin Ailman. Again, 2 interceptions, 1 tutty, 6 TFLs. That's a guy just all over the place. Machine.
Yeah.
Well, look out for Marshall, by the way.
Yeah.
Not
I
for
think
Marshall.
people thought that they were gonna take a step back. I know they lost a few guys,
Right.
but no, I think Marshall's still on the map. I think like I said, they're definitely hanging around.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. All right, Concord. We go to Concord. And there's a lot of options in Concord this week. When you and I saw these numbers, especially the completion percentage here, Jack Martin out of Oakton against Woodson, Mason, he went 20 of 24 for 340 yards passing and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean those are Phil Sims like numbers, right? I mean, Yeah.
Incredible numbers.
Yeah. Highly efficient, right? In an offense where they're throwing the ball a lot. There's a lot on his shoulders, and yeah. I mean, he looked really good. Although he had a lot of guys who looked good
Yes.
uh that night. We'll get more into that game a little
Yeah,
bit.
but yeah, you bring up a good point. 340 yards, 20 completions, 5 touchdowns. Shout out to his receivers, all of them,
Yeah. All right.
right? Vasquez, Henriquez, Schwartz, Jones, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because we said earlier, great players make great games. Well, great receivers help great quarterbacks,
Yeah, 100%.
right? And a great O line.
Well, they got to catch the ball, right? That's the one thing about quarterback. You're dependent on somebody else also doing their job, right?
Yes, and shout out to the Oakton O line on that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
We've had some people mentioning, O line play, and thanks for reminding us. Anything else you need to remind us, please email Mesa anytime. He's willing to listen. But no, I mean, again, you talk about a guy like that. Talk about Peyton Holmes, right? Shout out to
Yeah.
the O lineman,
Yeah.
because you're not putting up numbers like that without a great O line. All right, we go to Cardinal. Another impressive one. Yadon Davis, 6 touchdowns, Mason versus Unity Reed for
Yeah.
Colgan. For Colgan.
Yeah. And Koga's rolling. Colgan, I believe, is 3-0 for the first. It might be for the first time in the school's history. Now they haven't been around that long, but yeah, Colgan's looking like they that Cardinal district's got some teams, don't they?
It does. It does. And you got a great runner. You got George Hall. You got stuff cooking over there at Colgan. But man, Davis with 6 touchdowns. And Unity Reed, that's no slouch.
Yeah.
So impressive there. All right. And finally, kind of, and this is, foreshadowing something we're going to talk about in a little while, but out in Cedar Run, back-to-back winners. I don't know if we've ever had back-to-back winners of this award. You and I talked about it.
Yeah.
He could have been a highlight of the week, but he ends up getting player of the week. Keaton Ramey with the incredible kick return to win the game against South Lakes.
To save the streak.
Wow.
To save the streak. I mean, they were dead and buried, right? South Lakes was already getting to the 50-yard line, right? Going ready to shake hands. They were getting ready to go to, I don't know what they were going to.
They had the bucket. They had the bucket of water to pour over the coach.
Where would you go and resting? They're going to go somewhere in Reston to go.
They might have gone to Jackson's over in Reston Town Center.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, you save the 4-year-long winning streak. Yeah, you definitely deserve to get a
Wow. So Keaton Ramey, outstanding work, young man. Holy smokes. Well, that wraps up the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Players of the Week brought to you by Team DDA. Outstanding work. But we're not done, Mesa. We are not done. We're going sailing. We're going sailing right now on Dominion Yachts. Dominion Yachts bringing us our highlight of the week. You're looking to sell your boat, buy a boat. They are your first mate for all things boats in Northern Virginia. Dominion Yachts. All right, Mesa, highlight of the week. Let you kind of break this one down and talk about it a little bit. Shades of Odell.
Yeah, so huge catch in the Oakton versus Woodson game. Let's go ahead and share that with you right there. You got it there. And here we go right here. Watch this. Oh, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Wow.
I mean, let's go ahead and make that in the rewind.
Wow. So this is one of Jack Martin's 5. Look at this.
I mean, and that's not a small guy he has on him right there.
Wow.
Now,
Can we raise? Can you raise? Yeah, you can't raise or lower the frame, right?
I can't. No.
No worries.
But,
Man,
well, I mean,
there it is. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that grab.
Look at that grab right there,
folks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Odell. It might be even better than the Odell one.
Yeah, and that 2 feet down. Look at that, 2 feet down right there. You can see the other foot's going.
Yeah, that would have been good in the NFL.
That'd be good in the NFL right there.
I mean, yeah, wow. Well, you wonder. People talk about these Oakton guys, and you got a guy going, with an offer to Maryland here and other schools. I mean, this is why.
Yeah.
And shout out to Jack Martin putting the ball where either he was getting it or nobody was getting it.
Yeah. So
That
that is our play of the week. Also, I learned this week because I learned, I'm always learning things. We can now get highlights off of TikTok. So that's where I got that from. If you have a highlight, and I know these young guys all have TikTok. If you have the highlight, go and throw it on there. Tag us on there, and we can possibly get it. You got to tag us before Sunday morning. Before Sunday morning. You got to tag us in.
Right. Well, congrats to Oakland receiver Colin Henriquez, the highlight of the week, brought to you by Dominion Yacht. Outstanding, man. Well, we're going to keep on going, man. This train just keeps on going, Mesa. We've got game highlights, game recaps coming up, and man, there were some fantastic ones. And we're going to start with the one everyone's talking about. I mean, I went to Hampton City to watch a football game over the weekend, and that's a beautiful stadium, by the way, Mason. I'd never been there.
Yeah.
And they had this screen where even high school stadiums have their screen, right? Where they shoot the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
The one at Hampton City looked like freaking the one at Jerry Jones Stadium. It was enormous.
Really? You got
yes.
Jerry World type of. All right.
It was enormous. They're showing. I mean, it's probably not as big as that, obviously, but I'm exaggerating. But it was enormous, and it was brand. I mean, the picture quality was great. Guys would score touchdowns. They'd show the touchdown over. They'd show. Like a Monday Night Football player does something good, and they kind of show his picture of like in the media room, like posing or doing whatever. Every time a guy would make a play, they'd show the guy in the wearing a cowboy hat and kind of doing one of these.
Yeah.
It was outstanding, man. It was they had game clocks, big game clocks, on both sides of the field for the quarterbacks to see.
Really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
And I wasn't even pulling for them. I was pulling for my son's squad at W&J. But I was just like, man, this is pretty impressive. Shout out to Coach LeVar over at Hampton City doing some good things over there.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, here we go, man. Battlefield, South Lakes, maybe the game of the week, maybe the game of the year. I feel like we say that every week with a new great game, but this one actually might do it.
Yeah. So again, I couldn't find any highlights for the South Lakes game. So if you have highlights, you need to find a way to get it to us. Tag us on Twitter, send to us by DMs, and we can get it. But unfortunately, all I have is Battlefield highlights. All right. So Battlefield's defense. I mean, all night causing turnovers, all night. I mean, and the highlights is full of them, causing turnovers. And this is the quarterback taking over for O'Shea right there.
That's right. Stowell.
Stowell, throwing the ball out there really well. And again, Battlefield once again, making plays on defense. I mean, if there's one thing they're known for, right, it's being able to make plays on defense. I mean, look at this over the story. I guess he was trying to throw the ball away, and I watched this return. I mean, this comes close. This gets you go whoop, right? Whoop, whoop. Coming back,
right?
All the way around. I mean, but this kind of shows the athletic ability they have at Battlefield, right? I mean, all those guys just ran about 200 yards.
He did run 200 yards.
Yeah. Another big play defensively. I mean, look at that swipe right there.
Look at Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, just look how athletic they are. I mean, they're so good at Battlefield, aren't they?
Athletes everywhere, studs everywhere. Look at the speed.
Big gain right there. I mean,
I didn't think he would turn it up, and he turned it up. I didn't think he'd make it.
Now here is the game of the might be the play. I mean, 45 game win streak on the line.
Here it comes.
There he goes.
Looks like the Flash here.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh.
I mean, it's if you're the Battlefield side, you're losing your mind. Now we have another angle of this, and this is brought to, and I have it with the sound. This is brought to us by our guys were at Dark Visors.
Shout out, Brent.
Yeah.
Right, and also Andrew at Levels. These guys, they were on the show too at halftime.
Yeah, when I was having my internet issues. But yeah, if you want to reach out to these guys to cover your game,
yes.
we highly recommend it. I mean, you'll get fat. Where else are you gonna get a shot like this? Now,
yeah, you nailed that, man.
Yeah.
If you're a program that believes in doing cutting edge things for your kids and your program and getting it and doing it right, you get Dark Visors out there and they will do it right.
All right, so you ready to see it from the ground level here?
Look at
Look at
this.
that. Almost in the end zone. Almost in the end zone.
Wow. There he goes. Oh, no. His speed did the rest. Once he got past 42 right there, his speed took care of the rest. Oh, man. Shout out Levels and Dark Visors, Andrew and Brett.
That was almost deafening.
It was.
That was loud. Oh.
Look, Battlefield, and this is the second time in 3 weeks where Battlefield has had a, just an amazing ending.
Dead, right? They were getting ready. It was they are Jason, right?
I was telling that story last night. I was telling the story last night about this game. People were at the house watching the match, and people who don't really, stay, tuned with high school football, and they know enough. They know the teams, and they're like, "Oh man, it's amazing Battlefield." They're like, "So that's their game, right? Like that's their close one of the season, and now they're gonna." No, I said no. I told them about week 1 after that. I'm like, no. It's not their only close game. I said these guys are, these are the 2025 cardiac kids. It's official.
Yeah. I said it on the broadcast on Friday. You have to beat them. They are not going to beat themselves. You have to beat them.
Right.
And if you leave the door open, they're going to beat you.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done it now for this will be. They're going on the 5th year, right? They're going on the 5th year of not losing. You have to beat them. They're not going to beat themselves.
Now, shout out and awesome work, Battlefield, obviously, and Coach Hatfield and company. But shout out to Coach Hescock and South Lakes, man. Holy smokes.
To be able, and not only that, though, Battlefield defense was planned, turning them over. Right. It wasn't like, they were having a, that Battlefield's defense was out of sorts. No, they're turning over the football. They're making plays. But, yeah.
You and I were calling them, we were calling that Buster Douglas Tyson for a while. No one would have seen it coming.
No.
Nobody would have seen that coming.
Not then.
And
we're not saying South Lake is a bad football team, but after a really tough season last year, to go to Battlefield and to beat them there.
Yeah, no. You're right. No one's calling them a bad team at all.
Yeah.
It's just that nobody was calling them a make up your number for Battlefield, but no one was calling South Lake a top 3 team in the state.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And doesn't mean you're bad if you're not a top 3 team in the state. But so to pull that almost upset, really, because they should have.
Yeah.
And you hate, obviously, I know coaches hate the moral victories and all that stuff. I know. But sometimes it's real.
Yes.
And people shouldn't let the cliche and the idea of moral victories, we don't need them, we hate them. Don't let that ruin. Sometimes it actually matters, and it really is a thing.
Here's why it's a positive if you're spinning for South Lakes. You're not going to see a team with more talent. Obviously,
at all.
Obviously, Oscar Smith might be right. Oscar Smith, right? They have multiple Power 5 guys all over the place, right? So I get that, but that's not for another about 2.5 months.
Yes. You almost beat. Yeah, right? You're South Lakes. You almost beat. Should have beat. Whatever words you want to use.
Yeah.
One of the top three teams in the entire state of Virginia, 6A.
Yes. 100%.
Take a bow.
Yeah. Now it hurts, but you got to tell your kids, look at that.
Yeah.
We for all intents and purposes had those guys beat.
And if we can shore up these things, this and this,
yes.
Imagine how good we can be. We're just scratching the surface. That's it. That's not even just coach crap talk. That's real.
Yes, 100%.
Man, well, kudos to South Lakes and of course Battlefield. You guys are a juggernaut right now, but you're gonna give some of these parents, a high blood pressure here. Battlefield, take it easy, and the coaches, take it easy, man. Wow. All right. Well, that was a great one. The game going in, switching gears a little bit, we thought was going to be the game of the week. We did not think we did have Battlefield South Lakes on our Fab Five though, Mason. We did have it.
Yes, we did.
We knew something was cooking over there.
Yes.
But Westfield Langley, was the A side. That was the A side on Friday night for us, and I'm going to go ahead and say we'll go over the score here in a second, but I think that game lived up to the hype for at least a half.
Yeah, no, 100%. And yeah, well, that thing was back and forth. Now, these highlights are brought to us by our friends at the NFHS Network with the game recap.
Get a subscription today.
Yeah.
Right, little Mac? Sign up for the Nintendo Fan Club and get an NFHS subscription today.
25 right here. 48-yard screen right here by and Westfield had some big plays. They were, they really like this play a lot right here.
They do.
This week in particular, they ran this a ton.
Yeah.
Man, they are. I mean, they are as talented a team as you're going to see. And we just talked about Battlefield, but by the commander right here with a 13-yard touchdown.
Commander Ryan Carlson. He throws that ball better than anyone.
All right, and here is a guy we are high on right here. I mean, look at that laser. Look at that.
Wow.
I mean, is he the best dual threat quarterback in the state, or at least in the northern region right now?
Yes, and if he's not, he's top 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I mean, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. We called it Special Teams Friday. It was the day of the special teams. It really was, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. I mean, there was kicks everywhere. It really was.
Now here goes where they took the 3-score lead right here, and this kind of.
But by the way, Malachi, going back to that, number 1 for people who don't know, Malachi Lee.
Yeah.
Malachi Lee was a terror. And player of the week last week, so we hesitated to give it to him.
And look where you can line him up, right? You can line up a receiver.
Everywhere.
Yeah. You can line him up everywhere.
He's a machine. He's only a sophomore, is that right?
Yeah. And here is kind of a little option right here to the edge. I mean, Westfield's got so much, don't they? They've got so much.
Man.
But Langley still hung around. I mean,
they did hang on because right now it's fourth quarter. 24-0, but at halftime it was close. Even the early third it was close.
Yeah. But look at, I mean, well, a good completion there for Langley. I mean, look at Westfield's defense, all right. I
mean, Wesley Flamer, number 27.
Yeah. All
over the place. I spent a lot of time spying. Sandberg would look like.
Big run right here. I mean,
right.
Langley's still going to be something to be. It's going to be a force to be reckoned with, right?
Jermaine Webster for Westfield in the secondary, all over the place. I mean, number 12. They have so many weapons. I almost feel like we see this battle brewing, right? We just talked about Battlefield, and here these two teams kind of, two worlds collide, rival nations coming up. We're starting to see it.
Yes.
You're starting to see it.
They won't see each other until the state final, because it's A versus D and B versus C as our understanding.
Well, that'd be a phenomenal state final.
Yeah. But Westfield is, I mean, just look at the way they close on defense. Very, very similar to Battlefield, right? Very similar to what's at Battlefield.
Right.
Yeah. But,
I mean, guys everywhere.
Yeah, but not taking anything from Langley, right? That people are gonna look at the final score. I think a lot of times, before we came around, a lot of times people look at the final score and be like, "Oh, they got blown out." No. You don't know the whole story of the whole game.
Right.
And them and Langley were body blown each other the whole time. Just, eventually kind of Westfield. I'm not sure what kind of numbers Langley has. I'm sure they have. I mean, Cole Sandberg plays some defense, if I'm not mistaken, sometimes, right? I mean, at least he did last year.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
But
he's a tough kid. He's a lacrosse kid.
Yeah, but at Westfield, right? I don't think they have any two-way guys. I think that they're all one-way guys.
Yeah. I mean, Westfield's deep.
Yeah.
On top of everything else, and it's hard to be just like Battlefield. It's hard to compete at the end of the day, 4 quarters, like you said, with teams that are so deep, so talented. I mean, everything's got to break your way.
Right.
And if it doesn't, like on a kickoff return at the end of the game, it doesn't break your way, that could be the difference.
Now it'll be interesting moving forward. We may see them play again, which I think will be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're right. We could see that in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And Langley represented the Liberty well in that match.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So kudos. I mean, Westfield gets all the praise, obviously, but Langley, I mean, still one of the top teams in Nova.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, we now go to what ended up being probably one of the, outside of the Battlefield South Lakes game, one of the best games of the night. Falls Church and McLean.
And I think we called this one right. We were like, okay, let's see what happens. And we were talking about how the National we couldn't remember last time they knocked off another district opponent. Outside of last year's Hayfield team. Now Elijah Lewis is so good, isn't he? I mean, he is a huge threat.
Look at him go, man.
Yeah.
And he can move. He's a big guy and he can move.
Yeah. I mean, they love running right there. Very, very Tim Tebow-esque, right?
Yes.
Very Tim. Huge part of the run game right there. But McLean played well, but I mean, look at Falls Church defense.
Yeah, that's impressive. This is a McLean team that's hung in there against teams like Chantilly and some other games.
But Falls Church is making their living on the ground, right? It's a little Michigan State, Ohio State vibes going on right there.
Yeah, you're right. Totally.
Now, Elijah Lewis
look,
again,
spin
right?
move. Spin
Yes,
move.
it was.
Spin move.
I mean, Elijah Lewis was just phenomenal. Now, my understanding was he didn't. I don't believe he finished the game. Watching the game.
Well, if he didn't, hopefully he's okay.
Yeah.
Because he's so fun. Look at him; he's so fun to watch. I mean, he really just
yeah.
A lot of work, man. He was working hard.
Look at that, little tricky play right there.
Sometimes you got to pull it out. Look at that, coach.
I'm sorry. The guy who threw the ball. That's why I thought when I was watching.
Oh, I got you. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he did finish the game.
Good. Well, Coach Coogan, I mean, look, a little trickery.
Yeah.
Trying to getting ready
And
to go celebrate.
I believe that was the game winner. That was the one
Yeah.
that had for the game.
Getting ready to celebrate at Celebrity Deli.
Yeah. Now, I mean, look at the way McLean's able to move those guys. I mean, look at their guys up front. I mean, that was a big hole to run through. I know McLean struggled a bit last year. I mean, they look. I mean, yes, they are 0-3 now at this point. But
yeah, but they're a tough out.
I mean, they're a couple plays away. I think. This close loss to Falls Church from being 2-1.
I know. I agree. If you look at that, looking like a young Richie Gannon jumping in the end zone there. I mean,
another Richie Gannon.
I love Richie Gannon, man.
Yeah.
Look, maybe Jim McMahon wearing number 9. But I'll tell you what, I'm so impressed by McLean. I mean, obviously we've talked about Falls Church and how impressive they are. We've liked them since week 1. But McLean, like you said, 0-3, fine. But 0-3 and just playing, they almost beat Chantilly in week 1.
Yeah. Great game between the two. Definitely, I don't want to toot our home much, but we kind of saw this one coming. We liked.
We did. And shout out to a national team.
Yeah.
We keep talking about the stat. They had a conference outside of Hayfield last year. They had a conference stat. They did it. They beat a team not in their conference.
Yeah.
For the first time by our calculations, maybe since in Nova since week I forget what week, but 2019 maybe.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen with when the Falls Church Mount Vernon is probably going to be might be the game for the district title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Hayfield yet, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. All right, buddy. Well, so kudos to Falls Church in that one. Like we said, they're celebrating eating some Dash and Dan sandwiches from Celebrity after that one. We go to Robo versus Fairfax and kind of the battle of Kelly's Oyster House.
Yeah. So, it's another game where I think people are going to look at the score and say, "Oh, Robo," but it was close for a long time in this game.
It was, and people are going to say, "Well, I'm not impressed by Robo." You better be impressed by Robinson. Look at that.
Look at that pick right there. I mean, I think they play defense really well.
They do. Sean Blair's got them playing.
Yeah. Here is another look. I mean, big run though. Big run right there. And this is early on, first quarter early on.
The Maltese Falcon.
Yeah. But here goes after a field goal by Fairfax. Takes the lead.
That's right. Huge return.
Yeah.
We caught that on the show last night, actually.
We did.
Yesterday, Friday,
yeah. Another kickoff return for a touchmean. Again,
right.
It was a special teams Friday.
It was a special teams Friday night. It really was.
Yeah.
What I mean, again, Robo, people were asking us, we see Fairfax is beating them by a lot. Look, it was a close game. I don't know what to say.
10-7 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yes. It was a dog fight.
Yeah.
And,
10-7.
they score there and they get 17-7 and they start to pull away a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was a battle through 3 quarters.
Yeah. I mean, and look, he's got time, and that Fairfax line is no joke.
Yes.
They're able to protect it. I mean, they got some legit dudes on that line.
Yeah, shout out to the Robinson. Yeah, got plenty of time.
Watch this catch.
Oof! Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, they got playmakers over there. I mean,
so again, I know what the final score was. Here is late in the game, but a good pass right there.
Yes. I mean, shout out to Robo because remember this is a Robinson team now. They're 0-2. They had the weird bye week, but they're 0-2. But the 2 losses, Fairfax, no slouch. South Lakes, who were finding out, wait a minute, Robo played them tough, and that was their other loss.
Yeah, so I think people underestimated that loss against South Lakes, but I mean they should have knocked off Battlefield, and so that Robo team is really good. And again, don't just rely on the final box score. Go back and look. 10-7 with 8 minutes to go in the third. 10-7.
Right.
So
yeah. Kudos to obviously Fairfax for getting off the schneid though. Right, Fairfax now got their win in conference play. The defense looked good, doing their thing, and they got the running game going. That's what Fairfax needed. They needed a game where they could kind of not have to force a pass. They could control the tempo with the running game, and that was just what the doctor ordered for them.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, here we go, buddy. In another game that was actually closer game than a lot of people thought it might be through 3 quarters. West Springfield, Madison, the battle of Lito's Pizza and Vienna Inn, Mason.
Yeah. So again, these highlights are brought to you by the NFHS Network, right here at West Springfield. Right there. So this is early on in the game. Madison going in to drive. Man, they got some big guys, don't they?
You were talking about uniforms earlier. It looks like Atlanta Falcons versus Denver Broncos.
Yeah. Look at that.
Got him. Looked like shades of
Madison.
Right, Yates to Nicely.
Yeah, Madison takes a 7-0 lead. Here's a big play by Madison right here.
Madison throwing the ball, man.
Yeah, look. Right? I mean, he launched that thing.
He did launch that. Look at that.
Yeah.
New look Madison. Looked like Chris Chandler throwing to Andre Rison for 50 yards there.
14-3, and again, final box score. You go, Madison beat up on West Springfield. No, I mean, look at this. 14-3.
Look at number 8, and I need the roster here. Number 8 for Madison is a load.
Yeah, he is. But Special Teams Friday. If you see a kickoff on our highlights, it's not because it's a touchback.
Right. This is a 2-score game here, right? And then it's a 3-score game, but not for long. Not for long, right here.
They got some guys. They got some guys to fly at West Springfield.
So it's a 2-score game after this. End of the third.
Yeah.
And West Springfield was hanging around. So anyone who thought, West Springfield's done, not yet. Not yet.
Now I think this is the one that kind of breaks the camel's back.
Right? Yeah. 2-score game.
Yeah.
Early fourth.
But Madison's going to do what Madison does, right?
Right.
No, is that? No, that's not. That's someone else. That is 8. Who is 8? So
8. Yes, send us a note. 8 is that's the Natron means business of Nova, right? The Rod Bernstein. I mean, he looks freaking. He's a hoss.
Yeah. Now, at the end of the game, West Springfield's still not laying down. It's like our guy Lewis at quarterback right here for us.
Yeah, it's got Lewis having a heck of a season so far.
Yeah.
For West Springfield, and look at that.
Unfortunately,
stays in the pocket, hangs tough in the pocket, and that's a touchdown.
Yeah. Brought to you by NFHS. Our friends at NFHS with this highlight.
NFHS, and we're going to say this right now. NFHS, people are enjoying our show. Our numbers again, post live, in the thousands again. But don't forget the best way to view it, and we've said this before. Best way to view our show here, because we had the request again. People were asking us to go back to certain games.
Yeah.
And No, Mason's told you we don't do it that way. Mason will give you the Hoyer rejection if you do that.
Why am I always the bad guy? That's why people hate me.
Yeah, you play good defense. You're Patrick Ewing. You're Dikembe Mutombo. They call it the old Hoyer rejection here in the East Coast. And you're swatting balls left and right. You swat them down. And but you're giving them a tip. You're saying, hey, get NFHS, use Hitch 25, pay 25% off, get that on your main screen, put the All Hitches show on your side screen.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. All right. Great game. Madison, again, doing what Madison does. We said it after the losses. Madison will be around. They'll be around when it matters.
Yes.
And so will West Springfield, quite honestly.
Yes.
It's a good team. All right, well, here we go. Last of the video highlights, which also one of our Fab Five. Yorktown, Centerville, the battle of the two teams that wear the same colors.
All right, so again, another set of highlights brought to you by the NFHS network. Yeah, so two interesting teams, right?
Yeah, kind of hard to tell the difference at times.
Yeah. You can tell the powder blue is because they're at home, right?
Right.
Early on, they kind of went back and forth early
They
on.
did. They did go back and forth.
Back and forth. We thought this might have been another shootout. I mean, the way they were going.
Well, you can only keep a quarterback like Shields down for so long.
Yeah.
Here he is. Look at that rocket. He does look like Dan Marino.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely, and he can do a lot, right? He's not just a pocket guy, too. Like, he
Right.
can move a little bit. Yorktown driving right here with a big 48-yard pass.
And they answered. Yorktown answered early.
They answered early, and actually they were driving quite a few times. It just one of those games that kind of got away from them right there. But Yorktown is always steady, right? It's always steady right there.
Look at that. Yorktown doing it. Yorktown loves that, the little boot rollout, little play action.
Yeah. Now they don't run waggle, but they are running boot. So
That's right. That's right. No waggle at Yorktown. I don't believe it.
yeah, they still like the play action and going right there. A 7-7 game, right? Still in the first quarter, but Centerville's so explosive on offense, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm telling you, Shields.
Yeah,
We called it. We called it early. We said, watch out for this guy this year, and he's living up to the hype.
yeah. I mean, just a big arm. Look at that. Just
Look at that. It's like Dan Marino throwing to Mark Duper.
Yeah. But look, so the one thing on that play I do want to kind of go back to is watch him here. I can't see the number. He could have given up on the play, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
That's an effort play, right? I mean, I'm not sure who that is. I'm sure maybe some of Yorktown know what it is, but he's 15 yards behind the play,
Yes.
and he helps run that down.
Yeah, good shout out there. I can't see it. Look like 31, but I can't tell.
Yeah.
Shout out to him and the Yorktown coaches for coaching him up.
Yeah. Good old quarterback sneak. So what Shields at this point has 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown now. I mean, I'm curious how many touchdowns he's going to have at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a Player of the Year candidate already.
Yeah.
Centerville offense, right? So they had that. I think they had a bye last week, didn't they? But they had that week 1 shootout with Forest Park,
Right.
and people were kind of thinking, okay, well the D, maybe he's not up to snuff. Well, the D looked good today.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a run late.
Yeah. I mean, cuts it to a 2-score lead going into the half.
Yeah.
So again, it's close. I mean, I know
It was close. Yorktown's not going to just lay down.
Yeah. So I know the final score was not what Yorktown would have wanted, but I mean, they're battling. They're battling.
Yeah, they're still battling, and that Centerville offense though, Mesa. That Centerville offense, buddy, and
they got a lot of weapons for sure.
They do, especially considering, which we're going to get into next. We saw Centerville play that shootout against Forest Park,
Right.
and so we'll make that. We'll take it back to that reference in a few minutes, but Yorktown keep battling. They're doing their thing, obviously, and Centerville obviously rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
And then having a little fun with this one, but that was the battle of 2 sponsors, right? Lebanese Taverna and Delicious Chicken Shawarma versus not too far from their Backyard Grill.
Backyard Grill. So what do you like? Do you like shawarma? Do you like barbecue? What do you like?
Right. I think I like it all. Can I have it right now, please? All right, buddy. Well, those are kind of the highlights of the day. We're always looking for the highlights, like Coach May just said. Get them to us on Saturday, early half of Saturday. Your game highlights, we can get them on here. Let's get down to the best of the rest for our game recaps here. And before we go any further, I think the next game I want to talk about is the Lake Braddock Forest Park game, Mason.
Yeah. I mean, a battle down there. I mean, Forest Park had was down 20-0 at one point, and they came battling back against a really talented Lake Braddock football team.
Yes, yeah. So, and that's where the Centerville comes in handy here to kind of reference it, because we saw a Forest Park team that couldn't stop. I mean, it's back and forth. Had a hard time. That might tell you how good that Centerville offense is, by the way, because Forest Park did a really good job considering they're playing against Ty Jackson and one of the best offenses in Nova.
Yeah, and on the flip side, how good is Lake Braddock's run defense?
Yes.
Right? I mean, because Centerville, they run all over Centerville. I mean, to a tune of like 56 points.
Yes.
Braddock was shutting those guys down for 2.5 quarters.
Right.
And I think sometimes Braddock's defense gets overlooked.
I think you're right.
Because of the firepower they have on offense, right? I think sometimes they get overlooked, but those coaches there, Coach Crush and all those guys over there are doing a fantastic job over there defensively and come up with a defensive game plan as well, right? I mean, those guys over there can coach really well and come up with schemes in order to shut people down.
Yeah, I mean that's what you and I said when we went over to that game on Friday night. A few times we went over to it, we were like, man, that run D's solid, because we know the back at Forest Park is a talented kid.
And they had to replace some all region level guys.
Yes. Right. So keep on rocking and rolling. We talked about Westfield earlier. Where we see they're going right now. You can kind of see the ascension, and you see with Braddock too on the other side of the region.
Right.
That's a team also that's kind of starting to separate itself from the pack.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, we go to Annandale and Meridian. Meridian winning big. These guys are solid, Mason.
That double wing, man. That double wing's a problem. If you're not ready for it, I mean, it'll eat you alive.
Yeah.
And offense like that, there are schools that I think is really valuable for you to run that type of offense, because if you're the only one who runs that type of offense, more than likely when teams are trying to run scout, it's not going to look good at all. It's not going to look like close to being good. And so if you're not good at teaching that double wing, and you don't have guys who all know how to down and kick and kind of be patient through there, it's not going to look good, and then all of a sudden it'll eat you up. So Meridian with they have two national district wins.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean, Meridian's a solid team in Nova. Don't sleep on them.
Yeah.
That's one of those teams where, let's be honest, because they're a smaller school.
Yeah.
At 4A, right? Some people think I can schedule Meridian. Maybe we can beat them, but they're saying no, not happening. Just because we're 4A doesn't mean we're not good.
Not so fast, my friend.
Right. All right, we go to Edison at W&L. Edison, we liked what we saw last week, and kind of building things up over there, but not enough for the W&L team that's quietly 3-0.
Yeah, so big win for W&L over in Edison. After who they beat last week? They beat Justice last week, correct? No.
Yes.
They beat Justice.
I think it was Justice. No, O'Connell.
No, O'Connell week 1. It was they beat Falls Church.
Thank you, Falls Church.
Yeah.
W&L.
I'm sorry, not Falls Church. They beat McLean.
Yeah, they're going to start getting into a conference play, and I think that the schedule's going to take a turn for one notch up a little bit starting next week.
Right. Yeah, starting next week when they come in.
Well, yeah, I think it's them in Westfield. We'll get into that next show.
Oh, that's right. They do have Westfield now.
So, we'll talk. I can't wait to talk about that one.
Yeah.
All right. I think that was Tommy Gunn in Rocky 5. You want your respect? Come and get it. All right. Herndon, Chantilly. Kind of the weird matchup there. The 0-2 versus 2-0, and Chantilly pulls it out. Herndon, just not enough offense right now.
Yeah, they're struggling offensively. And the game was tight too for a while. Really weird. We couldn't find the game. Yes,
that game was not. So if you're at Chantilly, that means if we couldn't watch it, that means go Grandma Josephine, Grandpa Joe, and everyone else in the family at home, far away in Omaha and everywhere else, can't watch it.
Yeah.
So if you're at Chantilly, just take note of that game was not on the network.
Yeah. But yeah, so big win for Chantilly. Chantilly
3-0 Chantilly, Mesa.
3-0 Chantilly.
We talked about it at the end of the show in our hot take segment during the live show. Concord is no joke right now.
Madison's in last place, right?
Yeah, I guess technically, yes.
Madison's in last place right now. So
Concord's
big
no
big
joke.
win. Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the flip side, Herndon might be in last place right now.
Herndon, I think you might be right. I'm trying to think here. Everybody else is 0-3 in the Liberty. I don't think anybody else is 0-3 in Liberty. No, you're correct.
Yeah, I mean Herndon, after a great run the last few years, now we like Josh, and we think he's going to do some good over there. Right now, it's taking a little time to kind of get things kind of to his vision right now. So we'll see. Give him a little time.
Yeah.
Give him a little time, and he'll get it right.
Yeah.
All right. We move on to Mount Vernon, traveling all the way out to Woodbridge. Freedom, which big win at Freedom. What can you say? Mount Vernon, we know they have studs all over the place.
Yeah. And, a big rebound win for them, right? After the loss to Westfield last week.
Right.
So congrats to those guys.
Yeah, definitely. Congrats to Coach Holland and company and Mount Vernon and Falls Church. I'm looking forward to that one down the road.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We go to Justice at Marshall. Marshall, my guys over there, just keep doing what Marshall does, man.
Yeah. That triple option is so tough. That's so tough.
It really is.
Yeah. And Marshall looking to kind of continue on with their winning ways they started with last year.
Yeah, good luck. I mean, that offense is not fun to prepare for, and they're showing why right now.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. We go to AC on a Saturday. Went to Crossland, Maryland. AC traveling to Crossland on a Saturday with a big win over Crossland.
Yeah. So we don't know very much about Crossland, but AC with another win. Undefeated AC.
Undefeated. What, 3-0 AC?
3-0 AC, undefeated. Yep.
Look out. Tops in through 3 weeks now. Tops and Patriot.
Yep.
Can't argue with that. Wow.
Right now they'd be the 1 seed. They'd be the 1 seed.
They would be the ones. Keep it up, AC.
Yeah.
Talk about and I'm not saying that they're good. They're a good football team.
Yeah.
Were they the favorites in Patriot going in? No. I think everyone would say. I think they'd say that. Were they the favorites? No. So I like that underdog story.
Yes.
All right. We got Wakefield traveling to Lewis, and that was a good game. 2-score game.
2-score game. Lewis out there battling. But Wakefield now 2-1.
Yeah.
After the disappointing week 1 loss to Falls Church. Impressive.
Impressive, yeah, man. Wakefield, kind of getting things right over there. But kudos to Lewis. I mean, even though they lose the game by 2 scores, that's a talented Wakefield team. That just shows you that this Lewis team can play.
Yeah. Coach Choate is over there building something. He's building something over there, right?
He really is, and obviously Coach Martin and the Hendersons getting things right, and they are now 2-1.
Yeah.
All right, we travel to Oakton. We talked about the Jack Martin and his receivers earlier. I guess it was homecoming over there. 27-3 win over Woodson. Obviously, that passing game of Oakton is top notch. But Woodson fought, man. Woodson fought.
Yeah, I mean, after a huge loss last year to this essentially a very similar Oakton team.
Yes.
What's it put up a huge fight against them. I mean, it was still a 3-score game. I think somewhere in the third quarter. In fact, I think it was a 3-score game going into the 4th. So I mean, Coach McBride there is working hard. Definitely, trying to fix some things over there. But Coach Slay though, I mean, 3-0.
Yeah, Coach Slay doing his thing. He's got his team ready to rocking and rolling right now. It'll be interesting as they get into Concord play and see what happens there.
Yeah.
See if they can keep that up. They need to get the running game going, just from what I've seen outside looking in.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to go into Concord play without a lot of help from your running game. You need that to assist, especially as the weather gets colder and crappy.
Right.
And in terms of the Woodson side, something similar actually. I'd say defense looks phenomenal right now at Woodson. I mean, to hold
Yeah,
Oakton to 27 points, and
right,
it was 23. It was 23 midway through the fourth. Oakton scored a late
right,
touchdown.
right.
Um, that's impressive. So the Woodson D is playing well.
Yeah, yeah,
They
looks
just
good.
need a little bit, again, we talk about the complementary side for a lot of these teams. Hearn, and we mentioned a few others. Same thing at Woodson. Just need a little bit something on the offensive side to kind of help out your D a little bit.
Yeah.
But I like what McBride is doing and companies, Coach Richmond, McBride, the whole crew over there, right? Coach Hoskins. Those are our guys. So keep building what you're building. We like it so far.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. So we keep moving on. We got go out west a little bit. We got Patriot gets off the Schneid with a big win over Mountain View.
Yeah, they look really good. They look really good against Mountain View. Mountain View's talented, but yeah, five Patriots kind of able to kind of get themselves right, and it looks like they're definitely working over there.
Yeah, for sure. The young quarterback too, the young freshman.
Yeah,
All right, man. Gainesville, Colonial Forge. Gainesville trying to get off the Schneid, couldn't do it. Colonial Forge looks like a machine.
yeah. And speaking of, I mean, foreshadowing, right? We kind of talked about Oakton, Colonial Forge, Oakton. I mean that's gonna be a big test, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's going to be a fun one to keep an eye on.
Yeah,
Colonial Forge looks like monsters right now.
yeah.
And Coach Cage and company, we love Coach Cage, and they just had such a tough schedule to start off with.
Now, maybe I'm wrong, but Colonial Forge is the state semis, right? Against Oscar Smith last year, wasn't it? That was the other side.
I believe it was. Yes,
It was
that's
Colonial
correct.
Forge, so
Yeah, they're no slouches.
no.
So I think let Gainesville get into conference play a little bit, and I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
All right, we go to Hilton and Osborne Park in a fun one.
Yeah.
Hilton battled a little bit. Hilton had an early lead. Osborne Park answered, and Osborne Park ended up pulling away, but it was definitely a ball game.
Yeah. Hilton's over there trying to, another emerging program, right? But Osborne Park, trying to build some wins up before they get into district play.
Right, yeah, tough battle, and I like to see that two teams out in Prince William that are playing good football right now, and just trying to kind of rebuild those programs. Staying out west, we got Colgan with we talked about the players of the week earlier. Colgan with the big win over Unity Reed.
Yeah, Colgan 3-0. I think we talked about in a little bit in the player of the week. 3-0, I think might be the first time in school history.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's someone else going to be coming to that Cardinal district party. Everyone thought it was going to be just Garfield and Woodbridge, but it looks like Colgan's gonna have to say not so fast, my friend. That's second Lee Corso.
I think so. I think with when you got George Hall and Yadon Davis,
Yeah.
you got something special, right? That's like, you remember the old Dallas Cowboys had the triplets?
Yeah,
Well, they got the duo right now of George Hall and Davis. So you're never out of a fight with two studs like that in your team.
no,
All right, so good job, Colgan. All right, we go to Woodbridge and Dunbar. Woodbridge, you're number one. I'll let you talk about it a little bit.
yeah. So Woodbridge with a huge win over Dunbar. I mean, Woodbridge is so good. I mean, man, I can't wait to see what they do moving forward. Yeah, against a Dunbar team that's not no slouch, right?
No, they're talented.
Yeah,
So Woodbridge
big
kind of keeps.
and they're playing North Stafford this week, so I mean that's gonna be huge, right?
Wow, that's gonna be a fun one. But yeah, Woodbridge keeps on rocking and rolling. Mesa's number one.
Yes.
Maybe mine. I haven't breaking my list yet, but we'll see. Mesa's number one last week. We'll see. Mesa tends to move them around a little bit. Garfield, speaking of Mesa favorites, and North Stafford. Garfield, we know they're a talented team, but North Stafford's really good.
Yeah, no team that could have probably should have knocked off Battlefield. So yeah, tough one against. I mean, those Stafford teams are pretty good, man.
They really are.
Those Stafford teams are really good.
Did Garfield? Do you have it right there? Did Garfield travel to North Stafford in that one?
Garfield was at North Stafford, correct?
It was interesting.
After a week 2 bye though, they played Woodson week 2 bye and then 2 North Stafford.
Right. I just mean like without we can get into it some other time, maybe closer to the playoffs. But it'd be interesting to see how many times these Stafford teams were the ones traveling in these wins.
Right.
I'm a big fan of talking about the bus rides and how how that can impact the team.
Yeah.
or maybe you can't. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, good work, North Stafford and Garfield. They're still a talented team. They're going nowhere. That's a good team.
Right.
And I say going nowhere. I mean, they're not disappearing. They're going to be around forever.
Yeah.
That they'll be around the playoff time. That's a good Garfield team.
Right.
All right. And then finally, Independence running that Mickey Thompson offense with a big win over Briar Woods, man.
Yeah, Briar Woods, really good team, right? Independence. We talked a little bit before about Colgan kind of peeking their head in. Independence, right? I mean, Independence might be the second best team, the second rated team in that district.
Yes, that's a really good Briar Woods team. So kudos to Independence, and they're finally kind of getting that offense down too. Probably,
Yeah.
they'll probably get better and better each week. All right, buddy. Well, that wraps up the best of the rest recaps. And but we're not done, Mesa. You know how we do it here. We are not done. We now get to what some people say maybe their favorite segment of this show. And that is the top 10 Nova Power Rankings. As always, brought to you by the law offices of David Marks. That team is ready to stand by your side, fight for justice you deserve. When you hire David Marks Law, you're hiring a team that believes in winning. Contact them today at davidmarkslaw.com. I could vouch for David Marks, known him for 15 years, friend of the family. No one will fight harder for you. Now, when you talk about fighting hard, though, you and I have been fighting hard looking at these lists of teams that might qualify for our top 10, buddy. What do you think?
Yeah, I got mine ready to go. I don't have a lot of change. I do have some subtle changes. I'll tell you that much.
All right. Well, buddy, first things first, as we always do, we're throwing a party, and some people want to know who's invited, some people want to know who's not invited, and we have a list of our non-invites. Kind of rude to do that, but we have a list of the non-invites.
All right, so I'll go first. And the two I only have two this week. Looking in, I have Madison and Garfield.
Wow, look at you and I. And as always, you and I did not talk about this beforehand. We never do.
No.
That's kind of the fun of it. I also have, looking into my party, Madison and Fairfax.
Oh, Fairfax. Okay.
Fairfax. Both these teams start off a little rocky. Impressive wins this past week, and they're thinking, hey, maybe they'll let me back in. And I told them, I opened the door. I said, guys, just wait 5 more minutes. Let me see what's going on in here, and I'll be back. So let's give another week, and we'll see.
Fire Marshal says that no, can't let anybody in.
Right. We're too crowded right now, guys. Just hang tight for a minute. So Madison, Fairfax, keep on doing your thing, and maybe we'll let you into this party. All right, buddy. Well, here we go. Drum roll time. Nova Power Rankings top 10 list. At 10, I've got Chantilly Chargers.
All right. At 10, I got Independence.
Oh, wow. Surprise Loudon appearance.
Yeah.
All right. Mickey Thompson and company doing good things over there. At 9, South Lakes. That win was such a good win, it did not knock them off my board. Or that loss was such a good loss, it did not knock them off my board.
At 9, I've got Colgan.
Wow, look at you. All these new appearances. I like the new blood coming into the party. I like it. All right, number 8. Another, what I thought was a good loss through 2.5, 3 quarters. Langley drops on my board, but doesn't drop off my board.
At number 8, I got WNL.
Look at you. All right. Well, I can match that. I'll match you one. At number 7, I've got WNL, the quietest 3-0 team in all of Nova.
At 7, I got Oakton.
All right. At 6, underdogs, as always. Marshall. Keep running that offense, Marshall.
At 6, I got Langley.
Okay. All right. So we're close on Langley.
Yeah.
All right. At 5, I have what was Mace's favorite team a week ago. I have Woodbridge at 5. They're steadily going up my rankings. You can't complain.
At 5, I got South Lakes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah.
I was like we said, it was they should have beat Battlefield.
Should be Battlefield. They were 30 seconds.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. 4, Oakton and that passing attack. Now, I got to get the running game going, but that passing attack was legit.
At 4, I got Lake Braddock.
I'll see you one Lake Braddock, and I'll top you. I got Braddock at 3.
At 3, I got Battlefield.
Did you drop them again, or did they stay
I
the
did.
same?
I dropped them from 2. I dropped them to 3.
You keep dropping teams that win, you son of a gun. At 2, I didn't drop them. I keep them right where they are. Battlefield. Keep doing your thing. You keep winning, and that's all that matters. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Is
At 2, I got Westfield.
that where they were last week for you?
That's where they were. No, they were 3 for me last week.
Okay. You raised them a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, at 1, drum roll, the number 1 team in all of Nova remains Westfield. To be the best, you got to beat the best.
And at number 1, I got Woodbridge.
So our 1s stay the same.
Yeah.
Collision course, maybe. Who knows? Two really, really good teams right now.
Well, they would. No, they wouldn't. They would not.
They wouldn't.
Not,
Right, they
not
would
for the
not.
state final.
Right. That means Woodbridge would have to get through, or vice versa, have to get through Battlefield.
Woodbridge would have to get through. Well, that division would have to get through the Region C. So that'd be the Lake Braddock division. I mean,
Right.
now.
But first things first, right? Battlefield and Woodbridge have to battle it out.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Tough matchups, man.
No. Battlefield. Oh, that's right. Battlefield and Woodbridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an intense matchup.
Colonial Forge is there.
I know.
Independence is there.
Rogues
Stafford is
Gallery.
there.
That's an old fashioned. That's a lumberjack match. Remember the lumberjack matches?
Lumberjack match. Yeah.
Wow. Well, as always, the David Marks Law top 10 list never disappoints. I like both our lists, and little by little, teams will be eliminated. Like a lumberjack match, people will be eliminated.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mesa, that's another good one, buddy.
It is. We're week 4. We're getting ready for week 4.
Where does time go, man? Shout out to our guy at West at Lito's Pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, he made a banner for us, which I had on the wall last week. Look at this, Mason. They're gonna love this. Look at this. It's kind of. Can you see it?
I can.
A little helmet with our logo on it. Look at that.
I mean,
This guy at West is the best. He's doing a great job at Lito's. You want a good pizza? You ask for Wes and his the Meat Lover Supreme pizza over there. I think it's top notch. I had it last week during the games. Just a good guy, putting up awesome work of all the teams, pictures, helmets, jerseys, and he's trying to make a Northern Virginia football shrine.
yeah. And someone should, right? Someone should with the amount of talent and people who come around here. I mean, it's time somebody recognized.
Yeah, and the man just loves high school football.
Yeah.
High school sports, really, but he really loves high school football. So shout out Lito's over in West Springfield. Well, buddy, here we go, man. Another week, and we'll just tease it a little bit. There's some really good matchups on the horizon.
Really good matchups. And again, another where we're going to see some separation, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
I think so too. So I can't wait to get into that show. In the meantime, though, you enjoy that Niners game today, buddy.
Oh, I'll try to.
And I'll try and stay up late on Monday and watch that Raiders game. Everyone, thanks for joining us. As always, don't forget to subscribe. Probably waited too long because the numbers say that everyone's hit the evacuation button already.
Yeah.
But subscribe. We had a lot of subscribers this past weekend, actually. So keep it going. Keep hitting that button.
Yeah.
All right. Well, from all Hitches and Dash and Dan, we'll see you guys the next time.
See you.